Amazon has introduced the Seller Wallet, an online banking solution designed to give sellers more control over their Amazon earnings by allowing you to store funds, send payments, and transfer earnings from the digital wallet. If you're selling on Amazon's US marketplace, you're most likely eligible to register and start using Seller Wallet to use as your digital bank compared to a conventional bank. Let's break down how Seller Wallet works, the fees involved, and some of the use cases for this new product from Amazon. The first use case that comes to mind are my overseas clients. For non-US sellers, one of the biggest issues with disbursement is Amazon requires disbursements to be paid in the seller's home currency. So USD disbursements are transferred with Amazon's traditional currency converter for sellers at a high exchange rate markup. With Seller Wallet, however, overseas sellers can now receive funds in US dollar, then transferring the funds in any currency they like to their own bank account, which often is US dollars. This is especially beneficial for sellers from Europe who use Payoneer or Chinese sellers using Lanlan, as these third-party services often charge transaction fees as high as 3% per transfer. In contrast, Seller Wallet has no fees for sales under $100,000 and offers reasonable progressive rates starting at 0.6% as sales volume increases. Another use case I see is for new or smaller sellers. New sellers in the United States who don't want to open a traditional business bank account, which often requires minimum balances or monthly maintenance fees, can use Seller Wallet instead. It functions as an online banking solution, allowing you to store funds, pay vendors, and withdraw money when needed. What's even better, all domestic US payments through Seller Wallet are completely free, unlike traditional banks that may charge up to $45 per wire transfer. In addition, currently Seller Wallets allows you to send international payments to vendors in Hong Kong, with fees starting at just 0.7%, far cheaper than standard bank wires if sending small amounts of money. The math is simple. If you're making an overseas vendor payment under $6,500, Seller Wallet's fees are probably lower than what US banks charge for international wire transfers. Opening and maintaining a Seller Wallet account is completely free, and there are no fees associated with transferring funds to a US bank account. However, international transfers to your Amazon Verified Disbursement bank account do have a small percentage-based fee, which decreases as your business sales volume grows. For international sellers looking to transfer disbursements in US dollar, the lower fees make Seller Wallet a better alternative to third-party services like Payoneer or Lanlan, which charge a flat rate or a higher percentage fee. In regards to vendor payments, which are payments not to Amazon Verified Disbursement accounts, international payments start at 0.7% and decreases as the amount increases. The registration process requires sellers to verify their business and submit identity and proof of residency documents. Once approved, your Amazon sales proceeds will be deposited directly into your Seller Wallet, and then you can start transferring funds or paying vendors at your convenience. Here are the requirements to register for Seller Wallet. First, you must be actively selling in Amazon's US marketplace. Second, your seller account must be in good standing. Third, you must provide business documentation if applying as business, or proof of residency if you're applying as an individual. And finally, Amazon lending borrowers are not eligible until their loans are paid off. Amazon's Seller Wallet is a great tool for sellers looking to reduce banking fees for account maintenance, international transfers, and vendor payments. Whether you're an overseas seller avoiding unfavorable currency conversion rates or a US-based seller looking for a no-fee banking alternative, Seller Wallet provides a cost-effective solution for managing your funds. What do you think about Seller Wallet? Will you be using it for your Amazon business? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more Amazon seller discussions. See you next time.